Hey everyone, Michael here. Just want to talk to you real quick about what the real problem is with debt. Let's be honest, debt sucks. If you're all normal, you dread going to the mailbox because the minute you open up, you don't know what's going to be there. All right, let's throw this into a little bit of my nerdy Infinity Wars thing. It's kind of like when that scene where Thanos steps through the time portal, you open it up and you're like, oh no, this is going to be another bill, and it is. Drives me nuts. I hate them. I hope you hate them too. But the real problem with debt isn't the interest. A lot of times we sit down and we think, oh man, this credit card needs to be paid off because it's got 20% interest rate, and that loan has a 20% interest rate. It's not the interest rate, it's the payment. The problem with our debt isn't how much we pay in interest so much as it is how much we pay each month in those monthly payments. Really, there's three things that I can think of that debt does to you, and I'm going to talk real briefly about what those three things are. The first thing it does is it crushes your spirit, right? Finance is mostly about behavior and not math. So if finance is really about behavior and not math, then at the end of the day, what debt does to us and that feeling of dread when we go to the mailbox, or that feeling of, oh man, I'm never going to be able to get out of this debt. I'm never going to be able to get that bill gone. It just crushes us and it demoralizes us, and it makes us get up in the morning and say, I gotta go to a job that I don't like, and I gotta feel this horrible feeling of pain in my life because I can't get out of this debt in my way. And it pushes you to focus on the things that you can't do instead of focusing on the things that you can do, right? So instead of focusing on the fact that, hey, after work I can go home and I can play with my kids and I can take them out and let them ride bikes, it makes us focus on, I can't leave my work. I can't get out of this dead-end job. I can't go back to school. I can't go into the ministry. And it kind of ties into my second thing that debt does. Not only does it crush your spirits, it limits your freedom. And this is where the spirit crushing comes into play because of all the ways that it limits your ability to do the things that you want to do. One of my goals is to just be able to spend as much time as possible with my kids. And I know a lot of your goals are that too. And debt prevents this because if you've got debt, you have to go work more hours. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Money is nothing more than a physical, tangible, touchable time. It's what we took our time and our energy and gave someone else so that they would give us money. So when we're sending debt in the mail and we're making debt payments, we're losing that time with our kids. We're losing the time with our wife, or if you're a woman, you're losing your time with your husband. And it really holds us back and it limits our freedoms. So there are people that are going to see this video that are thinking, I hate my job, I want to change my job. Debt won't let you. There are people that are seeing this, watching this video, that are thinking, I need to save for retirement because one day I want to quit. And debt won't let you. There's people thinking, I want to go into ministry, but I can't. Debt won't let me. Debt is a major problem in terms of it limits your freedom, and we know this, and the Bible even says it, and the borrower is slave to the lender, and the rich will rule over the poor. You can't be in debt and still have freedom. It just won't work. It just will not work. Third thing that it does, the first two are behavioral. The third one, and the final one is numbers oriented. And this is here that it offsets your income. For every dollar that you have to pay out of debt is a dollar that you have to earn, and that's wasted money. But not only is it, this is the catchy part, right? It's not just the dollar that you have to earn. It's actually more than a dollar. Because not only is it that dollar that you write the check for, but for you to bring home a dollar in your paycheck, you need to make about $1.25, depending on where you're at in taxes. So think about this. That $500 car payment the average American carries actually is costing him $625 a month. If you got $1,000 in credit card debt, you're talking about $1,350 of earnings you have to earn because of it. So if I can stress one thing, as much as possible, if you're carrying a boatload of debt, get it gone, get it paid off as quick as you possibly can, because it's going to hinder you, it's going to struggle you. Now, you got to think through, where do I pay off debt? Do I save in college? Do I put away for retirement? Where's the best place to put it? At the end of the day, you can never be wrong paying off debt. It's always a good idea. It's always going to help you out. It will never be a mistake. The one caveat that I'll give you is don't sacrifice all your savings to pay off a car or to pay off a fixed student loan or something like that, because once that money is out of your cash flow and you don't have it in the bank anymore, then if an emergency comes up, how are you going to pay for it? Well, you're probably going to go and fall back on credit cards. So have a savings account. I like the idea of having a little bit of a savings emergency fund so that as you're paying off the debt, you have that money there to fall back on in the event of an emergency. Now, if it's credit cards, and you want to just dump it all on the credit cards, go right ahead, because you can always go back and swipe them again. But I'd love to get you off that habit of swiping cards, and I'd like to get you on the habit of using the money that's actually in your bank account. But if you're struggling with debt, I want to help you out with that. Give me a call. One of the big things that I do, and other financial planners in the area are going to sit down and do this with you. There might be one or two, but the truth of the matter is, if they can't sell you a product, they aren't going to work with you. I'm fee only, so I don't charge, I don't make commission by selling mutual funds. I don't sell life insurance. So you're not going to sit down with me and you're not going to be told, well, let's buy this life insurance and when it matures, take it out and pay off your debt, which is actually advice that I was given from a man I used to work for. So that's a good type of advice you get in the financial service industry. Instead, what I'll do, if you're struggling with debt and you need help, give me a call. I'll sit down with you, work through a debt plan, we'll get you all set. If you need anything, you can always message me on Facebook. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit the share button, give it to someone else who's in need. Hope you all have a fantastic day.